Alright. Trying to wake up. I'll let a couple of people come on up in here. What's up, pretty dimples? Shoot, I'm kind of late. I'm tired. What's up? Good day. What's good? What's good? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to take a couple of days off and let my body rest. Completely rest. This stuff can be draining. And I got stuff that's going on this weekend, so I want to get myself up. Alright, good morning, good morning. I want to talk about trauma in the Hebrew communities. I'm not using the word black anymore. I'm not using the word African American anymore. I'm not using the word nigga. That's going to be kind of hard because we're used to that one. But we need to be called by our righteous name. And they don't want to give us that power, because if they give us that power, that means that they have to give us what's rightfully ours. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. You keep allowing them to call you bywords. We're not a bywords. We're a nation. We're a nation of people. However, in our nations, we have a lot of trauma. We have a lot of trauma, and it's not being dealt with. It's in our kids. It's in our parents. It's in our grandparents. It's in some of us as well. But nobody wants to deal with the fact that we're dealing with trauma. Your parents could have been drug addicts. You could have been beaten as a child. You could have been sexually abused as a child. There's many things that would trigger this trauma. So what happens is, when you have trauma, what it does is it captivates you in a certain time. And what I mean by that is, you're stuck. You haven't healed from it. You don't know how to heal from it. You're broken. Everything is going on, and you're stuck. So as you grow up as a child, there's certain things or characteristics from your trauma that you show in your adult years. We don't discuss that. We don't talk about that. And what's going on right now is that when it comes to trauma, and a lot of our children and people suffering from it, now we're playing the blame game. We don't want to be held accountable, because with trauma comes no accountability, no responsibility, pointing the fingers. All of this is trauma. All of this is in fact of trauma. And when you try to address the situation, because that person is stuck in that time, they don't want to deal with it. In other words, it's called skeletons in your closet. Some people don't want to talk about them being raped. Some people don't want to talk about them being abused. A lot of children watch their parents go through separation and all type of dysfunctions in a marriage, to where it made the child toxic. Single parents, that's trauma for a kid, because they don't see no balance. So this is where toxicness come from. Why we don't have functioning people in the world. We don't want to talk about the unfunctional. We just want to talk about the functional. We don't want to deal with a lot of stuff. We want to just say, oh, it's your fault that you like this. And guys, when y'all get into relationships, that's why when you get in relationships, you're not vulnerable. Let me say that. You're not vulnerable, because some of the stuff that you done went through, it has built up so many walls around you that nobody can actually love you the way you want to be loved. But the first thing is, you got to learn how to love yourself. Even though you went through trauma, I done been through trauma. You know, and guys, you know, I don't mind telling you what kind of trauma I've been through and what I have to fight. But the thing is, I never allowed that to hold me hostage. And that does hold you hostage. Now, you know what? We can keep using it. It's the white man reason for this, for all of this. It's more to that. It's more to that. Because at this day and age, a lot of y'all got health insurance and you don't use it. So you paying $300 and $400 for nothing. That they taking out of your check each month, which they giving you stuff that can heal yourself. There's actually programs out here to help people to heal. But the thing is, you got to want to heal. You got to want to change. When it comes to trauma, I'm telling you, when it comes to trauma, it's hard to change because you don't want to deal with the actual reality of what hurt you. See, when you start dealing with stuff like that, and I'm going to tell you what happens. So when you're dealing with trauma and you start facing that trauma, see, people are scared to face what they done been through. That's why it's allowed to hold you hostage. You don't want to fight back. So when you don't fight back, you get the narcissistic guy or the narcissistic girl. You get the insecure guy and the insecure girl. You get all these other things that comes with being traumatized. You know, when a person's been raped, don't you know they don't want to be touched? And guys, I'm gonna tell you something because I done been there. When a person has been raped, they lose their sense of love, and they don't know how to be intimate with somebody because they think sex is love. That's what the person did to them. And guys, when people say certain stuff about sex, what it does is it trigger a portion in their mind, and they go back to that time. And so now they're starting to lash out. Nobody talks about that. And it does happen. Where do the LGBTQ community come from? It comes from being sexually assaulted or sexually abused. It's in the bloodline. How did it end up in the bloodline? Because when all this stuff happened during slavery, that's why they say do not mix bloodlines, because you don't know what's coming with this bloodline. Murder, rape, you know what I'm saying? Theft. All kind of stuff comes with this, but they don't talk about it. They don't talk about it. And when it comes to trauma, especially with kids, guys, pay attention. And ladies, pay attention to your children. Your children is showing some type of trauma, but you guys don't pay attention to it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, yes, you say, wow, shaking my head, they keep mixing blood. Right, because they keeping this stuff going. This stuff is embedded in these people bloodline. They done talked about this. I read this on a video, and it is true. That's why we don't supposed to mix bloodlines. But what I'm trying to say to you guys is that when it comes to your children, guys, pay attention to your children. A lot of you guys don't know y'all children have been sexually abused, and you don't see it. The man will be standing around there, and women, y'all be in denial. Stop doing that. Start paying attention to your child's actions. Not necessarily their words, because some kids don't know how to speak. You don't know what these people, it can be male or female. Kids can be raped by male or female. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. No, Obama is not a Hebrew. He's an African. So, yep, the South colorism, rape, and drama. Yeah, so when that child get raped, they showing you signs. Sometimes they urinate in the bed. Sometimes they can't focus they can't focus at school. They can't even hold a conversation without getting fearful. When the person walking around and watch their eyes. I watched a specific video when a young girl was trying to tell her mom that her boyfriend was raping her, and her mother denied it. You trying to ruin my relationship. You trying to do this. That's trauma within the mother. You know why the mother's traumatized? It's because men keep leaving her. But she never dealt with the reason why men leave her. But you're going to keep a man that's abusing your daughter, that's sexually manipulating your daughter for some in-house D? No. And people don't get that. You say women can be raped too. Yeah, women can rape. Trust me, I done seen it. I know people that done did time for it. So don't ever think that a woman cannot rape a woman. Don't ever think that a man cannot rape a man. Yes, they can. We just don't talk about it. And this is the thing in our community. We don't talk about nothing. We sweeping under the rug like there's nothing wrong. Let me explain something to you guys. I done been in situations to where I've heard that there has been parents, like grandparents, knew that Uncle Bobby was a molester. He was a raper. Why would you still watch your daughter, allow your daughter around that person? Why? You keeping it a secret, come to find out that the baby that your daughter gave birth to is from your brother. But we don't want to talk about that. But the grannies and the aunties and the aunties, and it's always fucking women. Excuse me, it's women that need to be held accountable for this. Because they know it. They don't want Uncle Bobby to go to jail. So the fuck what he need to be in there? You done messed up this baby life. Because what happens is, that's why a lot of women can't get married. That's why a lot of men can't get married. That's why there's so many transformative sex, what is it? They want to transform from a man to a female or from a female to a male. Because what they want is validation. They want to feel secure. So they feel that if they change their identity, it will secure them from the drama that they went through. They cannot change their identity when it comes to trauma. Sorry. When it comes to trauma. And people are scared to deal with it. We don't deal with it as a culture. And we don't deal with it as a nation. And we need to start dealing with this, guys. This is the thing. Y'all so focused on reparations. But you're not focused on the trauma in your community. It don't matter how much money you get. That trauma still there. Let me tell y'all something. People don't know. Spending money is trauma. You spending money to get things that you like. No, there's something that's in you that you're trying to hide. You got to put on different type. You got to put on these outfits to make you feel some type of way. That somebody gonna love you. Trump, no. People don't know. There are so many illnesses and diseases that are attached with drama. I give you a prime example. I have a form of PTSD, right? Many of us have a form of PTSD. Back in the day, they used to call it shell shock. It doesn't have anything to do with the military. What it has to do with is there was something that happened in your life that caused you to get warped into, again, a certain time. So you never came out of that time. And a lot of times, guys, when you speak, people hear that. They hear the little girl inside of you crying. They hear the little boy inside of you crying. Why haven't your church, let me give you a prime example. Why haven't y'all churches addressed this situation? They address everything else. They address politics. They address these false-ass doctrines that they teaching you through the church. They address all that stuff, but why don't they address the community about the abuse that's going on in the community? I'm going to tell y'all something. These pastors know more than what y'all think because they do counseling sessions. Guys, it's time. Y'all so worried about reparations and getting money. It's time to heal. I'm going to tell you something. We cannot be a great nation if we don't heal. Money does not heal our problems. Reparation does not heal our issues. It ain't going to do nothing but put you back broke, put you back in a different situation. A lot of y'all are traumatized by finances. You're traumatized by starting your own business. You're traumatized by all kind of stuff. Maybe you did start a business and it failed. And what happened is that when your business failed, you became traumatized because you're trying to get, it's like an emotion. You're trying to get that same feeling back. It's like a drug. It's like crack. A crackhead once told me what they chased is their first high. So when you do something, you get that first high. And you continue to try to get that same high. Instead of going back and changing what you did. That's what us being abused too, guys. That's what trauma. You got to face what you done been through. And when you don't face what you done been through, this is the aftermath. This is what you get: broken marriages, broken homes. You get disobedient children. You get adolescent children. You get insecure women, insecure men. They think money is their God. And guys, remember, it ain't money that it's not money that's the root of all evil. It's the love of money. And there are so many things that go on. The reason you're so nervous is because I'm touching on something that you have not dealt with. And that does normally happen. When you teach on something or you speak on something that somebody has went through, guys, they start going back. You remember I was telling you? They start going back into that place. You will go into your hiding place because you used to hiding. However, when it comes to situations like this, guys, we gotta heal each other. Man, we gotta fight. Some people, we know how to fight. We just afraid to fight because you don't know what your outcome gonna be. You so worried about the bruises and the cuts. But remember, bruises can heal. Cuts can heal. You know what I'm saying? But the trauma in your life can't heal if you don't start fighting against it. There's two words that I like to use. Victim and victorious. Right? A lot of people like to stay the victim because you want somebody to feel sorry for you. I'm not a victim. I am victorious because I had to learn how to walk through this fire. When I walked through the fire, hey, it just refined me. It had to pull up some old stuff about me. It had to regurgitate some things about me. You know what I'm saying? It had to make all the dirty stuff rise to the top. And once that rose to the top, I was able to conquer what I went through. I am victorious. I never like to use the word victim, even though a lot of people like to play the victim. I use the word victorious because, guys, it took me a long time to get to this place to where I can voice that I've been abused, that I've been raped. You know what I'm saying? That I know how it feels to not be wanted. I know how it feels for somebody to call you ugly. Don't you know when a Hebrew woman or Hebrew man is called dark, black, ugly, don't you know that's a form of trauma that deals with who they really are? But we don't talk about that, guys. We're afraid to face the demons that are causing these issues. Don't be afraid of the demons. Remember, every level there's different demons. And you said your mom was sick, though, bipolar. And let me tell y'all something. Bipolar is not an illness. Those are demons. See, this is the thing. Let me tell y'all how I'm finna tell you how the hospital, I'm gonna tell you how the pharmaceutical works. So if y'all notice, the pharmaceuticals are so focused on shots and stuff like that, right? This shit does not heal you. What happened is it sedates your spirit so it allows the demons to come in. Did y'all not know that? The drugs that you take for bipolar, it has to do with the demons that you're dealing with. How do you get these demons? Some of these demons are through the curses of your bloodline. Some of these demons are through stuff you watch on TV. Some of these demons are through other people. You have to protect yourself around other people. If you messing with a guy that done dealt with certain type of stuff, those demons originate in that child. I had to learn this. I learned this after the death of my mama. When somebody dies, you don't supposed to touch that person. At a funeral, you do not supposed to touch that person, kiss that person, or anything. Why is that? Because their demons are still resonating on that dead body. I did not know that. And this might be deep for some of y'all. I did not know that. So now on, I do not touch the dead after they gone. When I lost my mama, a little bit later, I learned that. Because I started going through stuff. You know what I'm saying? I started going through stuff. It was weird. But after I went through it, I got a better understanding. So I can be able to teach others that, hey, trauma is not okay. And the thing is, a lot of you guys, y'all got insurance. This is the thing. You got insurance on your kids. Get your kids some counseling. Go to the counseling sessions with your kids. I had to do this with my mama because I got raped before my mama died. I was raped as a kid. I finally had enough guts to get up and tell an adult that I was raped. I was embarrassed. I was humiliated. I was feeling sorry for myself because nobody was going to believe me. That's how I was feeling. Now, mind you, I'm a child. But as I turned, like when I got in my 20s and I was able to face those demons and not give them any control over me. Once I allowed them not to get any control over me, what happened was my mama had to face it. She had to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? My mama had, because the thing, I was under her care. She was like, we need to go file charges. I say, and look, guys, I had to tell her it's a 5-year. In the state of Texas, it was 5 years to comply to that. I was a kid. I was like 6 and 7 when I was raped. That's not going to help me. I just now have to go through the trauma. I'll tell you another incident. I was, my mama was doing some things she didn't have no business doing. My mama was a prostitute, right? We were staying with this lady. I went to go to the restroom. My mama was on the floor with a guy, being sexually involved with this guy. So I went to, and not me, I'm a kid. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I was like 6. I was like 6 when this stuff went on. I was like 6 or 7. I was young. The lady beat me so bad. When I tell you, this lady beat me so bad. It wasn't my mother. It was a lady that we were staying with. And not, guys, I wasn't even her child. So she didn't have no sympathy or remorse for me. I didn't even know what was going on. The lady beat me senseless. I'll never forget that. But I didn't allow the trauma and shit that I went through to hold me hostage. And guys, you got to learn how to fight. Ladies, you cannot raise a man. If you have a son and you know your son is dealing with some stuff, he needs counseling. Seeing a woman all the time around the house, and they saying, y'all women don't understand this. You have boys, right? You have boys, and you're a woman, and you sleeping around with different men. Y'all don't know this. You traumatizing your son, ladies. They seeing a different dude come in and out. You're traumatizing your sons. You don't know that. That's why we got so many men that are womanizers. They don't respect women because they watch their mama be a hoe, a prostitute. They watch their mama get beat by a Negro that wasn't even her man. Y'all got to be careful with that, ladies. You traumatizing your daughters. When you set up her and you're doing the same thing, they're doing all this sexual explicit stuff in front of your kids. They be doing stuff. And then they be saying, and ladies, y'all don't even listen to what half these men be saying. They be saying little sly shit, but they talking about your daughter. Y'all don't be paying attention. Girl, he ain't talking about nothing. And then you go regurgitate the stuff to your friend, and she telling you, you don't even want to listen to your friend. Y'all women want a man so bad to the point you would destroy your child. A lot of y'all females need to learn how to be alone. I'm going to tell you, I'm okay with being alone. I'm okay with the walk. You want to know why? What man want a damaged woman? What man want a damaged woman? You traumatized. You playing the victim. Oh, women love to play victim. You love to play the abuser. You love to play all this stuff. You got to pay attention to what be going on. Stop allowing yourself judgment on somebody else. When a child is trying to tell you something, y'all need to listen to these kids, man. Listen to them. Stop telling them that you don't know what you're talking about. You need to stand out of grown people places. Evidently, somebody put them there. Sex is supposed to be between two grown people, not a child and a grown-ass man, or not a child and a grown-ass woman. And these people are trying to these kids are trying to tell you that they're having issues. They trying to talk to you. I'm going to give you a prime example. All right, so I used to go to this church, and I didn't know this. I used to go to this church, right? And it's this dude I really admired. Come to find out he was a fucking sexual predator. Listen to what I got to say. So, guys, let me tell y'all this. All the sexual predators, murderers, and gangsters and shit go to church. That's why I refuse to marry a Negro from the church. Real talk. That's where they at. They talking about this, the hospital. No, the fuck it ain't. That's where they hiding all the dysfunction and don't deal with it. They come there and give them a couple of scriptures. They, oh, hallelujah, and then go out there and do the same shit. Anyway, the dude went to church. Very handsome, man. Very handsome. I'm talking about, oh my gosh, drop dead gorgeous. Very intelligent. I'm talking about very intelligent. So I went to go get my hair done one day, and I seen the dude at the store. And I was like, we were just chopping it up, whatever. He was a married man, whatever. We were just having a conversation. So I went back to my beautician this particular day because I was getting my hair done. And I showed her the picture. She said, baby, that's a pedophile. He's a rapist. And it blew my mind. These are the motherfuckers that's teaching y'all in the church. He was a rapist, right? So she told me, she said, the woman that he was with, he sexually abused her daughter. He married this woman. The woman even had a baby with him. The woman even had a baby with him. She had a baby with her daughter's rapist. Guys, this stuff is real. Trying to keep the man. Not knowing the seed that she bared, she just bared another rapist. A lot of people don't pray, man. Look, I'm telling y'all, some people can be dysfunctional and we don't pay attention to it. But the reason I'm telling y'all guys this is because you got to pay attention to what's around you. Who's around your children? Now, this man done left this woman, right? He done left her. Moved on and married another woman. The woman don't even know the man's history. Now, let me tell you about the young lady. I heard the young lady had illnesses and diseases and stuff, and then she cannot function she cannot function out here. She went off to college just to get away from the abuse. This woman let this man bathe her daughter. Guys, let me tell y'all something. When my daughter was a certain age, when my daughter was old enough to sit up, she was like 8 months when she started sitting up, right? I would not allow my daughter to sit in any man's lap. I would not allow that. And I'm going to tell you why. My daughter, I was younger at the time, and I pay attention to mannerisms. I pay attention to men, ladies. Start paying attention to these men. So I let my daughter sit in his lap. He got aroused. That shit freaked the fuck out of me. Ladies, that's why you should not allow your little girls or your little boys to sit in laps of men. My dad used to get mad because I wouldn't allow my daughter to sit in his lap. But it was more to the story. I don't allow my daughter to sit in a man's lap because I don't know what type of emotions or feelings that you have about children. And a lot of women don't know that. They think it's okay for their little girls to be in between a man's legs. I don't believe in it at all. And mind you, I had my daughter when I was 19. And the reason I'm telling you guys this is because a lot of you women will see the red flags and you will not pay attention to the red flags. Now your daughter or your son has been traumatized through sexual contact. And ladies, don't think your sons can't be raped. Don't think that. There's been many men that were there has been many men that have allowed a little boy to suck his penis. Y'all think that's a form of rape, baby. It might not be in his, and some of them, eventually they start sexualizing them and they behind. But they have to groom them into it. Why do you think your daughters act the way that they do? I'm tired of people saying that your daughter is fast. I'm tired of people saying that your daughter is grown. Who was your daughter around to pick up this stuff? Who was she around? She had to get it from somewhere. Girls are not just grown. They had to pick it up from somewhere. And I get tired of people saying that, oh, your daughter, why your daughter acting grown? Why she acting like that? Why your daughter wearing makeup at 12 and 13 years old when they should be a damn child? Because some man that was sexually abusing her told her, baby, you're not beautiful. You're not cute. You're not this. That's why you deserve this. You ugly. You deserve this. You ain't nobody. Nobody ain't going to believe you. You see the words that they putting inside these kids' head? Nobody ain't going to believe you. Your mama ain't going to believe you. And I'm going to tell you ladies something. A lot of the men that you date, you know why they with you? You really want to know why they with you? Because they looking at your daughter. Or they looking at your son. You never question it. But just you ain't even pay attention. You allow your daughter to walk. Oh, my daddy got on my behind when I was younger. I was walking through the house in a sports bra. My daddy said, go get your motherfucking ass in there and put on a goddamn shirt. I was raised by a man. My dad, what he was teaching me was, you don't be half naked around no grown man, especially even my father. He had to put me in his place. And some tell them they ask for it. Yes, they do. Kids don't know how to ask for shit, nothing like that. They don't even know about sex. Put clothes on. Yo, and see this thing. My dad told me that. And my dad had us. My daddy had 4 sisters. He was the only boy. But that's the thing. It's men out here that respect. There's men out here that love. You know what I'm saying? They know how to love you the right way. But some of you women, you don't even pay attention. And guys, these are demons. Guys, these ain't nothing but demons. That's why I say trauma. When it comes to trauma in our communities, we need to deal with it. I don't care if we need to have one counselor that the community pay for. Right? We can have a counselor that the community pay for so that the kids can have somebody to talk to. That's why I'm gonna pray about this. I think I'm gonna go back to school for counseling. I really think I'm gonna go back to school for counseling. The reason I want to go back to school for counseling is because I want to be able to help people heal. Even if I want it to be free of cost. Because everybody believes they got to pay for what they get. You don't always have to pay for everything, guys. Some things, this should be offered to you. Now, if you have insurance and stuff like that, I understand. I still have to live too. But we need to have a community counselor that helps the children in those communities. That's real talk. Let's help the adults in those communities. Because we have adults that act like children. Men have not grown up. These simps, y'all got rid of the simps are soft, insecure, manipulative person. That's what simp is. We don't deal with that, guys. We don't deal with anything. We just sweep it under the rug. Now, look what we producing into our history. These guys that are in these gangs, these females in these gangs, that's trauma. They're trying to get away from certain things, so they use that. That is trauma to them. So they looked in other avenues because the mama didn't believe them. Daddy didn't believe them. Well, this gang gonna believe me. This coke gonna believe me. These people gonna believe me. They trying to find security. They trying to find security. And so I'm saying this, guys, is because us as a people, it's time for our community to heal. We traumatized, man. We are so traumatized. I'm gonna give y'all a prime example. We're traumatized, right? Y'all want reparations. You really don't deserve it. I'm gonna tell you why. You never dealt with the stuff that you went through, so the money ain't gonna do nothing. Money ain't gonna make you happy. You're gonna go blow that money real quick. You won't know. That's a form of trauma. Financial trauma. Yeah, you can be financially traumatized. You know that, right? If you ain't never had nothing and you get it, you ain't gonna know how to keep it. That's a form of trauma. And people don't get it. Y'all don't understand it. Guys, and I'm gonna tell you, and this is the thing. These are to the parents out here. That's why people never try to get help. Yeah, no. Oh, let me tell you, you know why people don't want to get help? This is for the Hebrew community. I don't need no counseling. Ain't nothing wrong with me. That's the first sign you need help. We deal with that. We deal with this. We deal with this on a day-to-day basis. I don't need help. I don't need you. I don't need you telling me. And ain't nothing wrong with me. When it is. It is something wrong with you. See, when you start admitting, this is the thing, guys. Y'all want to know how I overcame a lot of stuff? Matter of fact, I'll give you a prime example. I was sexually assaulted last year. I was inappropriately touched by a cousin I love so much. I'm going to tell you, my cousin, I respected him to the fullest of anything. He was my cousin. We grew up together. They got me by 10 years, right? I don't know what made him feel that it was okay to touch me, especially inappropriately. So let me advise you what happened. See, I had a counseling session. Yes, I had to get counseling, guys, because when you've been raped and traumatized, that shit messes with you, right? And when he did it, so I explained it to the lady that that was counseling me. The first thing she told me is not to she said not to confront the person. That's a motherfucking lie. She said not to confront the person, because if you confront the person, they're gonna put it back on you. I'm not that insecure. That's where insecurity comes from. So I listened to what she said, and I had told her what happened and what happened, guys. And you need to do as many sessions as possible. I think I'm gonna start it. I know what I'm gonna do. Lord, thank you. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. Alrighty. Okay. So, she told me not to. She told me not to confront the person. Who got a phone call? And then first we kept missing each other call. I guess the Holy Spirit was trying to get me to calm down, right? Because when I went at him, I told him, dude, I will fucking kill you. You ever put your hands on me again? You know what I'm saying? I said, and when we had the conversation, I said, don't ever in your life touch me like that. I don't like you like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't deal with you like that. You my mother, you my cousin, you my family. I done already been abused by family members. You know what I'm saying? I done been sexually abused by family members. The next thing I need to do is get abused by, you know what I'm saying, my family. When we had this conversation, I haven't talked to him anymore. I don't call him. I don't deal with him. And see, ladies, this is how did I become victorious? Because I face what I'm going through. You have to face it. Even if it's 4 and 5 years old, you have to face it. We are afraid to face what we went through, and it's starting to create our future. Your past is a reflection of your future. We got to deal with the past in order to have a decent future. But guys, trauma, I'm telling y'all, that's something real. Y'all don't want to believe it. Y'all don't want to agree with me. But I promise you, I'm going to give you another prime example. And I know why I need to do this. So, I was talking to this African guy, right? I never asked him what he was, which I should. No, he said he was from Nigeria. So, guys, those are Hamites. So, we were just talking and having a conversation. And we were just talking, and somehow we came up on rape, right? We was talking about rape. And we were just sitting, we was at the bar just talking about this stuff. And maybe I helped him free himself from some stuff because he might never discussed it, right? Their culture is different. He said it's sex first and relationship later. It was funny. That's how he explained it to me. He said, it's sex first. Then they fall in love with you. It was weird, but this is how their culture works. But however, he told me, he said, man, I was abused by 2 of my aunties. He said, I can't even look at them the same. This is a man, guys. I see why a lot of the men are so overly sexed. Their sex drive is high. The reason the man's sex drive is high as it is because somewhere they've been abused. Ladies, they what it is, they think having sex with multiple women is going to stop the abuse that they done went through. You got to talk to these men. Ladies, I'm telling you, these men are trying to come out. They want to tell you everything, but they don't. Because they don't want you to judge them. They don't want you to think that he's less of a man. Just because a man has been sexually abused does not mean that he's gay. Listen to what I'm saying. A man that's been sexually abused does not mean that he's gay. He was abused. And people, that's why men become confused. It's hard for them to find their manhood. That's why, ladies, I say that a man needs to be around men. He might need to talk to a man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he needs to talk to a man so he can understand that it was not okay for him to be abused. It's not okay. It's not okay for a man to be abused. It's not. And I really believe that if a man is abused, he needs to seek counseling, because it's gonna be wear and tear on him as he get older. He gonna have to fight it once he get older. And that's the thing. And the man, he won't be functional in society. You want to know why a lot of these boys and stuff go to jail? Because they traumatized. You want to know why a lot of our women go to jail? It's because they traumatized. They fighting against something they don't understand, instead of talking to somebody that will help them. That will help them. So, this video just made me open my eyes, and sorry guys, but the Holy Spirit was telling me you do need to be a counselor, because we don't have a lot of people in our community that look like us, that helps us. Majority of the people that are in our community that look like us, they rape and rob us as well. They take from us. I don't want nobody to feel that way. I want to be able to help a person mentally, and the only way you can do that is by making that person know that it's okay to go through the stuff that they're going through. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's cool. What I really think is real cool too, guys, is group counseling. I don't know if you guys have this in your area. Maybe you need and this is for Pretty Dimples. Maybe you can find a place where they do free group counseling, because so you can be around other people that have situations like yours, so you can see how they deal with, or how they're dealing with it. Some people can't even function on a job real good due to trauma. Did y'all not know that? A loss of job is a form of trauma. Y'all know that? Which is, so we, it's certain things, that's why they go back and shoot up shit. Because they traumatized. They done lost their income. They done lost their source of income. So guys, I just wanted to do this video. It dawned on me because last night I had a conversation with a young man. And he's dating, and the young lady is toxic. And the young lady is toxic, and she's very dear to my heart. And when you have to explain to somebody that you got to do what's best for you, because he done been in an abusive relationship, he done been in toxic situations with his mama, so he cling to toxic women. That's a form of trauma. And so I want to, and you know what, I'm a pray to the Most High, because I might not have to go to school for this. Because a lot of people, I don't want to go to school and get more in debt to do something that I can do and to help people. Now, I might need financial help. I know that part. Especially if I can get people that actually have, I have to look into that. I'm going to do my research about people insurance, because if I can use your insurance to pay for your counseling sessions, then I can use that money to help other people. So what you're doing is you're helping me to help somebody else. This is how the community is supposed to work. We're supposed to give into each other's bosom so that we can help somebody else. Sometimes it ain't always about being rich or getting rich. Sometimes it's just about helping the next person. And I believe that it's okay. And it's okay to get help. There is different type of counselors for different type of things. But I think abuse is one of our main traumas in our communities, because it was inherited due to what we went through as we came up. So, guys, I'm gonna end the video on this note. It's about to be 7:40. So, hey, share my video. Like this video. Now, this video, no, I don't really care too much about the other videos, but this video I really want to be shared, because when it comes to these young people, our young people are our future. But if they traumatize and they're not in their right mind, it's a lost cause for us. So, but guys, hey, reach one, teach one. And like I always like to say, peace. Now keep it real and enjoy y'all day at work. You have a good day.